Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to some Rocket League action. Tonight we're bringing you some high school esports league action here. I'm very excited. I would like to bring you these school level sports. If you guys haven't seen this before, we are running an actual league for all the high schools. A bunch of them have joined together, and we've got high school Swartkop versus Thomas More College here today. I personally know, okay, we're going to be actually leaving to rejoin this, right? So back to that screen. What's up? Okay. You're on stream? Okay. Awesome. Fantastic. Just you invite me or join when you are ready. I'm going to carry on chatting to stream. Thanks. Alright, so sorry about that, guys. We are going to be jumping into that in a couple of seconds. We've restarted the lobby. So we've got High School Esports League action. It's an initiative in South Africa by VS Gaming, great company who is now running a proper Rocket League tournament and league for the upper divisions, the highest level players that we got in South Africa. Make sure to keep up to date with some of that action. I'm also going to be casting some of that stuff. But this is the high school version of it. A bunch of teams, I think it's 67 different schools came together to join in, and we have 110 teams from around South Africa that are competing now in this Rocket League High School Esports League. At the end of the year, there's going to be a proper bracket stages. This is the first of many group stages, so just starting to see where the teams match out against each other in terms of seeding, which division they're going to be going into for our next leg. If the teams haven't managed to get involved yet, there is still going to be an opportunity for new schools to come together at that stage. Otherwise, this is so far TMC on an amazing run so far. Both of these two teams have played 5 games apiece. TMC has come out unbeaten so far in the last couple of games, looking very, very dominant, showing really good team play, good mechanical skill coming out from them. HSZ Swartkop, otherwise known as Good Gamers in this game, hence the GG, is going to be the team who's coming in with 3 out of the 5 wins so far, having dropped 2 of their games. So definitely a time for them that they're going to be looking to try and win themselves an upper position in these brackets. But otherwise, TMC currently looking for that top position actually. So far only one team has played 6 games and they didn't manage to win all 6 of them. So if TMC manages to do that, they go to the top of the table. It's going to be interesting to see if these guys do it. I'm not 100% sure what's going on with the actual game. I see our team, TMC team, has joined completely. I'm going to try and stay as impartial as possible for this, as what I can do. But TMC obviously does hold a very special place in my heart. This is the team that I coach. And so bringing you just what we're working on in the background, I'd just love to see that's more. Okay, Echo, what's up?
So they have some difficulty joining because basically when one of them joins as a party, it's only the party needs to join. So we separate parties to join. So that's
okay.
It might be slowed now, otherwise I'll invite them all to the game.
It's fine. What we can do is just you guys chill and then tell them to join the team when they're ready. I see Silence is in now. Nice. Echo, while I've got you here, predictions for this? You think your boys have got a shot here?
I have got no idea the skill level of these guys. I think it could be a 3-1 maybe. Hopefully it'll be a little more interesting than a 3-0. But I think we do have an upper, the upper hand here. Hopefully. Right. I've never seen these guys play, but from the sounds of it, I think we sound a little more kitted out for this. On
paper, so far, you definitely have the advantage. Good luck to you and your team.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much.
So, Consource, Dan, and Morgan going to be supporting us. Wow, that was an early first goal coming out here for TMC straight away. Sorry, I was still busy reading team names. And we see Dan going up for a great shot in the center. On the other side, for the Good Gamers, we've got Kingbot, Haywire, and Silence going to be taking up that. And so a very early 3 seconds in lead for the side of TMC. Going to bounce out nicely towards the center. Kingbot going to set up for it. 2 of them go up for that. And Consource now going to be able to turn it around. He's got an open net. Just too many people from Orange missing out on that ball up in the air. And a weird bounce sets it up. So a nice good challenge from Consource comes out. And 2-1 is the scoreline already 14 seconds in. We have seen some big score lines already. If you guys were lucky enough to join in our last action, we had quite a lot there. So, you know, what you're looking at for these sort of teams is that's the beauty of this, is it gives a lot of depth to the divisions if you've got good teams and bad teams together. All the teams obviously learn from each other, and Dan now making a bit of a misplay there and still gets it towards the center. Morgan tries for the open net, doesn't manage to get it. Dan going to turn around nicely, quickly, puts a shot on net. It is actually going to find the bottom left-hand corner, and Dan picking up a second one after a nice little chip shot here. Silencio just not in the right angle to get to that, unfortunately for them. But 40 seconds in, 3 goals, 2 TMC, and you know, at this stage, this is what the tournament organizers are trying to do. Dan makes a rare miss there. Is they're trying to get teams with a lot of skill and try and figure out which teams deserve to be in the upper bracket. Obviously, they're going to be fighting it out in the next season, or at least the next leg of this competition. Dan tries for a bit of an air dribble, but does manage to get it down to some teammates. And a nice couple of bumps coming out from Consoris, high up on the backboard, but Morgan not going to go for that straight away. Nice play out of the corner, manages to get it up the wall. Drops down, silence, waiting in the back line. Doesn't get a good clear out there, and it's going to open up for Morgan. Morgan's going to put on the backboard and follows it through. 4 goals for the side now of TMC. Kidikong with the big support there. That's the way to get up some hype there. Throw some flaming pizzas. That's the way we like to do it, yeah. I expect you to have like a different mode like that for every one of the goals that get scored tonight. I'd start going through all the meme repositories. Dan now coming off the wall, just floating it over the 2 orange players sitting beneath him there, in the most literal sense. As he comes off a nice play over the top, no one's left in goal, and 5 goals now, the difference here for TMC. A little bit of confusion coming out there from the orange side. Oh, that bounces over the top of Silence, and just a misread out of that corner. Always a very, very tricky read, though, when it bounces like this, especially at that angle. Just pops up over the top of him, and Morgan, with good patience, sits in the right spot and just makes himself available for the opportunity. Morgan now does a good rotation and opens it up for Con. Con is going to float it in over the top there. Actually, a really nice play. I thought it would bounce towards the center here. Unfortunately, clear didn't go all the way out there, and Kingbok trying to set up for that last minute save, but great placement comes out from Consoris. And so I believe that brings everyone, up on the board for TMC so far. Each of them taking turns at shooting at the goals. This is a best of 5, guys, so this one could be opportunities here in the center. It does go towards the backboard, but Kingbot putting it wide there. And now Haywire actually going to be able to put it in. It's just chaos sitting in the back line, back goals, as they try and all cycle around to get it. Pinched out towards the center. Morgan is going to have this. Is going to go up for a second touch. This could actually be a nice shot for him. He's going to have to compete with Dan in the air, but gets it off the sideboard. Not able to get it through there. Maybe just worried about his teammate who is up there with him. Now Dan going to put it up nicely onto the wall. Going to collect it as well. Puts a pass onto the backboard. Going to drop down for Morgan. Morgan manages to pick it up, and Dan nearly knocking it out. Yeah, Trizzle, welcome to the party. Gamers are gaming. So far, you've caught us at a good time. We're halfway through our first match, and so far, TMC taking out the good gamers with 8 goals to 0. Let's see if anyone in chat can get the total number of goals scored by TMC in this 5-match series. It obviously is best of 3. Trizzle, I believe you're also doing some Counter-Strike action tonight for TMC in the High School Esports League. At 7 o'clock. And in fact, if there's a market for it, if anyone's interested, I could always come in and try and cover a little bit of that action. My Counter-Strike knowledge is not as good as Rocket League, but you don't have to be great at Rocket League to realize that was a missed opportunity there for TMC. They're going to be sad about that. Silence gets taken out, and they've left a man back here. Silence does manage to come in. Dan just finding the upright as he pushes it sideways. Morgan looking for the pass over the top, and the pass towards the center there, picked up by Dan. Just hanging around, waiting for these opportunities. Visuals lagging, but audio's fine. I'm sorry to hear that. I thought I'd had that sorted out. I've closed some things. Okay, I've changed a couple of things. And there's another goal. Dan flying in over the top to dunk it at the last second as well. So we have a 10-0 goal difference. Still interesting to see if the good gamers can pull out anything here. OBS doesn't support streaming CSGO. That's a bit of a ridiculous feature. Sorry to hear that. I would have loved to pick that up. But yeah, I guess that means we won't be able to cover it as we get an 11th goal now here in this matchup between TMC on blue and HS Swartkop on orange. Good gamers. Pass towards the center. Dan doing a good job. That actually finds some space. Morgan's going to try and wrap around it and just get it towards the center as early as possible. In fact, goes up for it, tries to take it in himself. Doesn't go for the pass to the multiple teammates who were there. But at this stage, I think they're all just wanting to pad their scorelines. Tries for it again. Sets it up instead for Dan. Dan going to sink it in there. Alright, so this game is setting up to actually go at least 15 up. So bit of things to learn out here for HS Swartkop. The big thing that I see that them failing at is the mechanics. They're just missing the ball a little bit too much, and while you're doing that, you really don't have the consistency there, diving for a ball. My name is Trizzle. Released an update where you can't stream with game capture because of the trust factor. Display capture works. Okay. Ooh, Dan nearly making this one work, and Morgan putting it wide as well there. Means that there's no opportunity for that goal. And it is going to be the first goal. No, Morgan managing to come out at the end there. Good shot by Silence. Certainly the life. But yeah, Swartkop's doing a good job so far. Just rotating. See, double commit there to clear the ball. Now someone needs to be up in the air. You've got people like Dan and Morgan who've been jumping up so quickly in these things. You've got to start meeting it in the air above your goals. You can't let it bounce down. There's a great example of that. Morgan getting a good angle there to slot it in. And this is where most of your Rocket League is going to start being played in front of your net, is halfway up the pitch, just below the crossbar. Up at that sort of height, you've got to be able to get to it before your opponents. You can't let anything bounce. 13, last nail in the coffin, or even just a bit of a reprieve coming out for good gamers looking for an opportunity here. Morgan does keep it up. Haywire going to be looking to pop it over the top? No, it is going to be TMC going for that first game. A great exhibition from them so far, managing to take 13 goals there straight away in our first round. TMC showcasing their amazing coaching. Yeah, this I can't take any credit for. This is the gentleman that we've got playing for us, just doing such a good job together. Each of them came with a lot of individual skill before they even signed up, and so they've just now found a teammate and a stage to showcase what they're doing. Oh, we got Echo joining in. This should be interesting. Echo being one of the top players in South Africa. He is someone that you can always be sure will put on a pretty good showing, and so I look forward to seeing what sort of things what sort of things he's going to be showcasing for them. So be prepared for a flip reset. I can see him trying it at least once there. He tries to go for the very sharp angle. So if the last scoreline was anything to go, we'll probably see less goals in here just because they now are not needing to try as hard. And it could actually be a breakaway goal. Morgan going to cut it off there at the end. But yeah, we're going to see a little bit more creative plays, shall we say, rather than structured passing plays. Everyone wants to try out some of their own tricks. Dancing a bit close. Echo going to touch this nicely. Gets one touch, gets two off the backboard straight away. I actually want to watch him as he goes into this. Here comes Echo, jumps up into it, touches once, realizes he doesn't have the power to get a shot straight onto the goal. They could be able to get up for it. So instead he closes the angle and just hangs in the air for the double touch. It's the sort of thing that you are expecting to see when you start watching people like this. Really good players at both the high school league. And we see our first goal coming in here now for GG's. Haywire Gaming sitting back and Kingbot actually going for this in the middle. Which one's my director? 9. There we go. Fair match. Alright, so Haywire Gaming and the rest of his team. Oh, Silence sitting static in net there as Dan carries it in and takes the lead back to it. So a couple of seconds of joy coming out here for the good gamers from HS Swartkop. I'm glad to see that they did manage to open up the scoreline a little bit. At least something to take out of here. TMC though, straight back into the lead. And this pinch is going to be interesting. Echo puts it back towards the center. If someone's being aggressive, Silence sitting with no boost near the baseline. And this is what I'm starting to worry about from the side of, or at least I could suggest towards the side of HS Swartkop, is you've got to be doing something. You can't go in without a plan. If you don't have boost and you're not going for a specific shot, it's not really a great idea to hang around, especially in threes, simply because you've got other teammates probably with more resources and better positioning that can do something. Rather rotate out, pick up some boost, and then come back and join the play. So rotations and mechanics are the basic things at this sort of level that will start separating some schools from other ones. Of course, multiple teams coming from a school shows the depths that we are starting to see in the South African Rocket League community. We've seen some schools with up to 4 teams or 5 teams in the competition. So the fact that we can find schools with 15 or 16 dedicated Rocket League players makes me really excited of what the future of our club scene can look like. And with the support from VS Gaming, of course, being able to really showcase that and provide a platform and a growth structure for different people to go in. Morgan going for the flip reset off the ceiling, does get the first touch, doesn't manage to get inside the ball there, and he does put it a bit to the side. Just getting his angle a little bit wrong. Echo going to try something off the backboard now, reads the first touch, does get the backboard. Dan now going to be the last man back. Does read the double dunk coming in, plays it softly over the top there. Morgan actually blocks it out the way of the goal. I'm pretty sure there's some words being exchanged there. Echo finally slows it down and controls it into the back of the net. 4 goals coming out for TMC. Good play from them. Oh, Echo in fact gets knocked there at the back. It was a good opportunity for another orange player to come around, but the good game is not managing to get there in time. Echo, without the boost, still has the gumption to go into the air and gets it up and does get a good enough pass. Bounces it towards Morgan. And Morgan going to be able to put it in the back. Echo just knowing how to work his car here. Knows he doesn't have boost and showing that just because you're on the wall doesn't mean you're out of the game. In fact, you're one of the most pivotal parts of the game at that stage. Alright, so 5 goals up as we reach halftime now in the second game between the two. TMC still looking to be aggressive in their play. Still that 1 goal coming out though from Echo looking for the backboard. Doesn't manage to get it. Dan going to put a decent shot in there. And even when one person tries and fails, they've got that freedom and that space to be able to work together and just line up for the shots to come in. Kong ultimate power. Love it. Nice patience coming out from Dan and a lot of these shots. Just sets himself up. Oh, and Echo's touch off that pass from Dan is huge. Managing to get this. Echo has the presence of mind to go up a high into there, reads it actually off it comes off as it comes off, and you can see that's a hoop shot right there. That's a shot that you play if you're trying to float something towards the center nicely over the top. And that does bring up our Brazil scoreline 7-1, classically known in normal football from the World Cup. This was the scoreline of Germany versus Brazil, and it has carried over to Rocket League. 7-1 is infamous even here. Pass towards the center from Dan, and again the patience comes out there. He rushed a little bit at the end and managed to get just underneath the ball to put it into that crossbar. A couple of players though sitting just behind it. Echo going to be looking for the 50-50 here. Jerry, welcome to the party as you're seeing the TMC crew doing a huge amount of work. That pop up from Echo does massive amounts of work into Dan. Dan doesn't get the shot, but he gets just as good of a pass over the top. The huge play coming out here. Such a nice little bounce, and there's no way for the orange team to read that. 8-1 now, the scoreline for TMC. Certainly inspirational if you guys are learning to play how to Rocket League. Jerry Sons, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Joining the crew here. Good place to keep up to date with all the high school esports league action. I'll try and bring you as much of that as possible. I'll also even look into some solutions for the Counter-Strike problem so that I don't have to use OBS. No promises anytime soon though. Oh, that late flick from Morgan, flicking it over the top. He baited out the last defender there, and with the cheekiest little play coming in here. He jumps, actually turns, gets upside down on this, and scoops it up and over the last defense. A bit of appreciation coming out from Silence in the chat with a wow. Certainly respects the skill that move took. Bounces up, and again the blue team up quickly towards it. Echo sitting as last man back. Manages to fend off the shot. Haywire still looking for the back of the net. Echo nearly gets it over the top, but a good challenge comes out from Good Gamers. And Good Gamers certainly looking to threaten attacks a little bit more. I think they've started to figure out the sort of pace that's we're seeing from TMC, and so they can start moving around. They're rotating a lot better, which is really nice to see. That's a good play off the backboard there. Gives them an opportunity. They don't manage to capitalize, but they've got an extra man back, and it goes too high for them to reach. So setting up the plays that they need to, which is really nice. They just get a couple of mechanical skills. Echo brute forces this one through the back line into the net. After this clear, couldn't come out. And Kingbot doing a good job, but needing to hit that with the front of his car if he's going to get some distance on it to clear it out the side. A little bit of pacing. Problem slowing down your car so that you can get the better hits. But nice bit of improvement that I've seen from them so far just in this game, I must admit. Oh, and this one's going to be cheeky. You're going to roll around the outside. Dan is up. And a nice clear actually comes out from Kingbot off the top bar. That was very important. He had to make that for his team. This one's going to pinch up, and it's actually going to fall very dangerously. Echo still in the area. He pops it up towards the center. Silence makes a good clear. Hey, Peach, how are you doing? And MacArthur, how you doing, guys? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming to join in the High School Esports League action. Echo coming through with a blistering shot off that bouncing play here. Morgan looking for the first one, gets it off the crossbar, sets up a big bounce, and Haywire sitting in the back of the net doesn't manage to turn around and hold his position. Instead, we're going to get just ones on the board with 11-1 here. TMC looking for their second win as we get into the last 20 seconds here. TMC looking for that clean 3-0, which will keep them up at that 100% unbeaten record and take them to the top of this table so far. So I think they're going to be happy about how they've started it so far. Echo looking for the double touch, looking for one more goal here in this story. It is not going to be though, and we do go down. TMC pick up their second win. Good games to both teams so far. It is the Peach ZA, Trizzle. The infamy follows him around. Very welcome. If you guys don't know the Peach ZA, he is one of he is actually the top producer here in the Overwatch scene in South Africa. He brings together all the big tournaments and makes sure that they're pretty and that we look good, and that we're not talking off screen, which is very, very important. So a lot of credit, guys. Go follow the Peach ZA. Great human. Great producer. And if you're interested in Overwatch, he's the man to follow. He keeps up to date on everything. Back to Rocket League action, though. We have our third match here in this best of 5. Seeing TMC, Echo has stepped out, and this one is going to be again Consoris, Dan, and Morgan, as we see them taking on, trying to nail home that win for the top of the positions for TMC here. HS Swartkop's Good Gamers still looking for their first win, but they have got their first goal at least. Haywire reading that badly out of the corner. Unfortunately, he does buy some time for his teammates to roll around. And Kingbot nearly putting that into his own net. Morgan and Consource throwing their bodies at that. And without the accuracy that they need to, they do not manage to find the back of the net early on into this third game. What could potentially be the final game. Dan instead going to play around with it a little bit more delicately off the first touch on his car. And chips it over the top. Nice play by him. Little bit of trouble for good gamers here to try and get the ball out of their half. You know, these clears are needing to be polished a little bit. It's one of the most important things, is just getting those power shots right, being able to consistently hit the ball out of your half. Silence gets a pinch off to the other side of the field. Morgan going to be looking to go over the top with this. Does hear the incoming attack. So manages to get up. Is actually going to look for the extra touch. No, Dan and Consource both having pushed up. And this could actually go the other way if Consource doesn't do it enough. He does manage to get a large amount of work on that ball. Pushes it towards the side. And now Silence left out again in a bad position. He's going to try for this attack, but Dan's read it perfectly. And with that little bit of a ground pinch, times it perfectly to roll it into the back of the net. And so TMC, again, back into the dominating position with a minute on the scoreboard. Dominating is maybe a little bit of an exaggeration at 2-0, but so far they've proven that this is not normally where their scorelines end. Dan going to be picking this up in the corner, bounces out towards the center. Haywire going to be looking for the challenge there, doesn't manage to come away with that. Consource going to be keeping possession, rolls it towards the center. Someone's going to be there. Dan going to be the one to find that out after Consource did the work here in the corner. Could be a short stream for us today, guys, as this is a best of 5. 3 goals for the side of TMC, 2 games already in their back pocket. Oof, that one just going above the crossbar. Consource look for that pinch. Ooh, Dan had pushed up a little bit forward. Peach going to be lurking for the last couple of minutes. Appreciate that. Oh, Consource has now jumped too early. Has dedicated himself out of position. No, this is just going to roll into the back net. Consource helping it out at the last moment. But other than that, 1, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people come past it. And no one gets a touch to the point where it actually just runs down. So 4 goals, and this could pinch back towards it. This could actually be a goal. Silence getting credit there for that 50-50 on the kickoff. That did not go the way of TMC. This one instead, a nice bit of late play from Silence, gets that pinch off there. And it does mean good gamers take a second goal off in the series. First one in this match. Oh, and they actually set themselves up for another one, bouncing off the backboard. Someone's got to be there to follow that on the bounce. See Haywire going up for the shot. Overjumps it slightly. This one's going to pop out quite dangerously, in fact. Silence going to be able to pop it over the back there. Looking for another shot there. Haywire coming up without any boosts. Misses that big boost pad on this right as well, so he's going to be out of the play for a while. And it's little mechanical things like that that can make the difference. Always cut off that close angle. You've got to guard your near post if you're going to be defending like that. So the best idea there is one person drives into the back of the net and comes out, or even goes across to cut him off. But the second person should be waiting there in that center position. Lindo, TMC, welcome. Definitely supporting a team who's looking very, very powerful right now. Very potent in this matchup, and in all the matchups that they played, looking to take the top of the leaderboard with this game. So it's going to bounce out. Consource looking for the shot, plays it well into the back of the net. 6 goals, and we could be setting up for another Brazil here in our third game. Half the time left, almost certain that there's going to be another goal score. Oh, the pinch! The pinch comes out. The crowd goes wild. That's fantastic. I love to see that. I don't know if this was calculated, but they played it so perfectly. Such speed coming out there. Dan pushing up as the cheat. Means that we are denied our second Brazil this time. It's going to be good gamers coming through with their second play. Man, if they were hustling, this would be a great time to turn it around. Man, this would actually cause such upset. It'd be fantastic. They've set themselves a difficult task, though. You see Haywire now pushing up. Silence is there. Look for a good shot there. Morgan having to do the work at the end now. Haywire missing all the boost pads. Puts him in a dangerous position now. He's going to have to follow this up. And all three orange players caught up in this corner now. Means that a single good clear could turn this around. And they've started. The Morgan's going to take it around. We do see Consoris sitting in the center. This is going to go down to Consoris. Consoris going to put it over the backboard. Need to be able to finish those into the back of the net when you get the opportunities. So TMC not without flaws here in this matchup. Certainly putting some opportunities. Kingbot nearly scoring a goal on the wrong side as he came in with a bit of pace and a good amount of positioning with that shot. Nearly got it out. Kingbot going to go underneath this. Doesn't manage to get up to it too high. Kingbot is going to pop it towards the center and Morgan going to slot it in there. Denied the Brazil, but do still get up their 7th goal here with a minute and a half left. Nice pinch up into the air. Morgan going to read this well. Kingbot now left turning around, trying to chase it back towards his own goal. He and his teammate collide, and Consoris is there to pick up the pieces. Got to be able to clear it forwards, and if you're going to do it backwards like this, you've got to get a single good hit in a difficult to or impossible to reach place across the goals. You really don't want to be slowing it down at all in front of the goals if you can. It just opens up opportunities for people to come in and take a risky dunk. Dan going to be looking to pop this towards the center. Does manage to get a touch towards it. Morgan is going to be there. And so a quick follow-up after a good passing play. Dan just following this advantage here off the kickoff straight into the air. And you got to be quick on defense to get up to that. Consoris going to be looking to repeat this now. Exactly what Dan just did. Consoris not going to be able to get up to it. Dan is instead on that right wing position. Nice play by Haywire, manages to get it across. Going to be looking, doesn't have the boost to follow this, and is going to still try to challenge it out. Gives his teammate a bit of time. Silence going to push it towards the center, and again, you do not want to be clearing it and setting it up for the opponents because they are almost always going to be faster than you are. And so a little chip out into the center. He was under a lot of pressure. Sometimes better to just kill it completely in that spot, or even just set yourself behind the ball so you turn it into a 50-50 and you can just jump when your opponent comes around that corner. Consoris now going to be looking for the touch. Does manage to get it out nicely towards the center. A pinch comes across. Consoris going to pop it up nice into the air. Dan going to chase it down. Haywire pops towards the center. Morgan's sitting there. It's going to go up very, very high. It's going to be an impossible angle for someone from blue to come in. Dan tries for it, drains his entire boost tank, and is now left penniless in the opponent's goal. But who needs pennies when you've got skill? Ooh, Morgan now looking for the last shot. Does manage to get it around. Bit of a chaotic play there. I don't know if that was the exact plan that they called out. If so, I'd love to have been in the chats for communication there. I want to know how you plan that in the time. Everyone miss. Ooh, this one could again almost go in. Consoris doing a nice job to pop it over the top there. And you see when TMC pushes it across their own nets, they're not putting it up into there. Nice passing play. Morgan reads it very, very quickly in the center. And well played comes out. Kidakong summing that up nicely for us. Picks it up quickly in the air, touches it just enough to get around that last defender, and 12-2 the scoreline here. TMC on the verge again of now taking a 3-0 victory and going to the top of the table in their group. Guys, if you are unfamiliar again with the Gaming High School Esports League, it's 110 teams that have just been separated into basic pools now, no seeding whatsoever, and at this stage, still in leg one, seeding out teams to try to get them into their different divisions for the second leg. From that second leg, you're going to start seeing people being promoted and relegated. New teams will be allowed to join roster shuffles. But in general, the final scoreline is going to go the way of TMC. 3-0. Well played to both teams. GG to the good gamers from HS Swartkop. well played to them, and I look forward to seeing what they can do in the future. Definitely showed improvement just in this game. But well played to TMC, and I look forward. I will bring you guys more of this action, so please make sure to follow me on social media at Altruism on Twitch and YouTube and Twitter. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good evening.